Hello everybody, welcome. I hope you are having an amazing day wherever you are, whatever time you are watching this. Today we are talking about 5 reasons why we don't believe in ourselves. Now this is such a topic close to home because as an entrepreneur or as somebody who is doing your own thing, whether you're a performer, whether you're starting a business, whatever you're doing, it's really challenging to be able to just continuously believe in yourself. Even if you're in a job, like even if you're in a corporate job or just any kind of job, right? You always need to have that level of belief in yourself to make yourself know that you can keep going, that you can progress, that you can just reach the goals that you want to in your life. So these are 5 reasons why you just might not be believing in yourself, you might not be going for the things you want, and you just might feel like I've tried but it's not working. So number 1 is every single person has their own unique excellence. If you want to know more about this topic, please go and listen to my podcast episode where I'm talking about whether you're chasing your unique excellence. Every single person is made a certain way for the purpose that they have. If they are chasing the wrong things in life, if they are in the wrong job, if they're in the wrong profession, if they're in the wrong relationship, whatever it might be, it needs to be a setting where you can easily be in your excellence. So what does that mean? So some people are just naturally good at finance, right? It comes really easy to them, and if they adopt that excellence, then it will get them to where they want to be. Some people are naturally good at public speaking. If they adopt that excellence, it gets them to where they want to be. Some people are naturally good at healing people, at medicine, at just being intuitive. If they tune into that, it will naturally get them on their path. It's only when we deny our own excellence or when we're not aware of our own excellence, that's when it's this stumbling block where things don't happen as easily and we have setbacks and we just feel like, oh, we don't believe in ourselves, right? So this is really not supported by the education system that we have, the mainstream education system. If you obviously, independent schools and all that kind of stuff may have a different outlook, but I'm talking about mainstream education, which is open to the majority of people. It does not support you chasing your own excellence. I know this. I know this because I've also worked with children and all of that kind of stuff. It is based on a system where it's kind of, you've got a lot of people coming into the system, into the schools, and you need to just manage a certain education level, to get them to certain exams, to get them into 9-to-5 jobs. That's really what it's designed to do. It's not designed to help critical thinking skills. It's not designed for entrepreneurship. It's not designed for innovation. It's not designed for ideas. And people who actually display those traits, like people who are just different from everybody else or have different skills and mindsets, they're actually shut down. They are actually made to go back into this one way of thinking, because only if everybody thinks the same, it's easier to control. I am in no way shaming teachers. Like, I used to be a teacher. I'm not shaming anything, people who actually run the system. Not at all. They are just doing the best job that they can do. So it's no way on a reflection on them at all. But I am pinpointing that the organization, the way the system is made, the way the curriculum is made, it's actually like not even easy on teachers as well. It's not easy on children, it's not easy on teachers. And the point I'm going back to is it's made to just have like a lot of people come into the system, get to a certain level that you can measure, and you can't really measure excellence because each person has a different level of excellence, a different level of displaying that. Some things you can't measure. Like, it's really the thing that I love to use to explain this is the elephant and the fish. Like, if you put a fish on land and just measure both the elephant and the fish on their success level, give them the same task, and then say the fish is stupid and the elephant is amazing, it's not accurate. And it's the same thing if the elephant goes into the water, underwater, and you give them the same task and you say the fish is better. That's how our exam system and whatever is set up. So it's not promoting your individual excellence. So along this, you may have lost your individual excellence. You might have forgotten, you might have not even had the opportunity to tap into different things and actually find your excellence. So this can be a reason why you just don't believe in yourself right now, because you just don't know what you're naturally good at, what you're naturally excellent at. So the second reason is resources. Resources are a really big thing when it comes to achieving, and when it comes to really following your passion, and really comes to believing in yourself as well. You need resources to be able to do something, whether that be an education, whether that be some equipment, whether that be anything that you require. And if you don't have those resources, say you are a world-class athlete, right? You're a world-class athlete, but you're born into an academic family that expects you to get straight A's, and you just don't have the resources you don't have any running, say you're a runner, you don't have any running shoes, world-class runner, like you don't have any running shoes, you don't have anywhere to practice, you're not allowed to go out. Those are lack of resources that you can actually use to develop yourself and chase your excellence. Same way around. Imagine that you are a amazing scientist and you're born into a family that expects you to be an artist, and you're always being pushed into these arty activities, and you don't have a microscope, you don't have access to a lab, you don't have anything, you don't have any of these resources. And I'm always going back to childhood. I'm speaking to everybody here. It's not that I'm speaking to children. I'm saying it starts at that point where you don't have resources, you didn't have the opportunity to develop yourself, you didn't find your excellence. So now you need to find your excellence, and you need to find the resources to develop yourself. And it is so available to you. This is a video not aimed at showing you what you didn't have in life and discouraging you. It's showing you that if you are in a place of giving up or not believing in yourself or not having a vision anymore, it's because of these reasons. And these reasons are easily sorted out. It just comes from having awareness, okay? So the third reason is projection from others. So what do I mean by that? Projection is when someone projects their own views, their reality onto you. They literally copy and paste their lens of seeing the world onto you. If something didn't work for them, they're like, well, it's definitely not going to work for you. If they're not brave enough to chase a dream, they will shoot you down before you chase a dream. Sometimes it's malicious, I'm not gonna lie, it is. And sometimes it just isn't. Like sometimes your parent could just tell you, you know, your dream of being an actress is not gonna put food on the table, and that's drilled into your head. But that's their projection. They don't have that talent that you have. They don't have that vision that you have. They haven't been born with all these things that support their purpose, you know? So they are copying and pasting their life onto yours. Maybe they have a completely different vision, job, whatever path, right? So if you start listening to people telling you, like, who is saying no to you right now? And I want you to really look at that person's life. Like, are they similar to you? Do they get it? Do they actually get it? Because sometimes people, if they're not in that path, they don't understand. They just think like they have very limited information. Again, that's resources to actually understand something. Or maybe it's your friends that you're around, people that you're around that are consistently telling you that it's too late to start something, or it's, you know, this is not gonna work anymore. Or they heard a story, like recently, I have one of my best friends, like she's buying a house, and it's her first house. So obviously when you're buying your first house, it's really intense and scary and all of that kind of stuff, and it's just like one of the most stressful things ever. But she's like, listen, there's people that are telling her horror stories, right, of what happened, like how their house fell through and all of this kind of stuff. And it might not be malicious, but again, you're copying and pasting your reality on somebody else's life. Like, you both have two different scenarios. You both bought houses in two different times. You have two different income brackets, whatever it is. But you need to be careful that you're not listening to that wrong information, because then you will stop believing in yourself. You will stop believing that you can achieve these things that are your desires. Don't ever mix up your desires with somebody else's, because their path and your path is completely different, and chasing down a path that's not for you is incompatible. Go listen to my podcast about incompatibility, and also I've got a YouTube video about incompatibility and freedom from rejection. My cat is gonna jump. She's gonna jump, and there's just so much equipment here. So where I'm looking at my phone, guys. So the fourth one is lack of reward and celebration for yourself. Okay, so lack of reward is when you accomplish small tasks. They love the laptop. She loves the laptop, but she can't, if she goes on the laptop, it's all gonna just, it's not gonna work out for any of us. So our fate is literally in the hands of Lyra. This is Lyra, and our fate is literally in the hands of her. We need to get through this before she's coming for the laptop. Okay, so lack of reward and celebration. So what that is when you do something, you're not rewarding yourself. Okay, so I'm going to tell you something that's really important to know about the brain. The brain is always, the subconscious mind is always driving you towards pleasure, driving you away from pain. It's always driving you towards things that make you happy, driving you away from things that don't make you happy. That's its job. Now, when you do tasks that is in accordance with your dharma in the world, like what you're supposed to do, then you need to make sure that you're rewarding yourself. Okay? You need to make sure that you are actually rewarding that task. If you do something and you see no success in that, and you're just like, oh, this is boring, like I can't, this is not gonna go anywhere, like, you know, when you just say, like, I'm making this YouTube video and in my head I'm thinking, oh, there's just no point, like it's not gonna go anywhere, you know, like it's too late to get on YouTube, all that kind of stuff, which we do have thoughts like that. But the thing is, it's the next time I go and want to do a YouTube video, my subconscious mind and my brain is going to steer me away from that. It's going to say, don't do it, because you find it painful. You find it painful if you do that. Don't do it. Do something else. Just watch Netflix, you know, eat ice cream, go outside, just whatever you do, don't do the YouTube video. And then over time, you'll get to that point where you just don't believe in yourself, because you're not rewarding yourself. You're not rewarding yourself for the small things. What you should do, taking the example of YouTube, is when you do one YouTube video, you need to celebrate. You need to be like, that was so good, I feel so good, you know, like I can't wait to do the next one, I really got it out, and you know, I said I gave value to the world, and whatever it is. If it's something else, if you're a musician, you put out a track, a song, you need to celebrate that. You need to feel like really good that you did that. And so the next time you go to do the song, your subconscious mind, I'm busy! Your subconscious mind is encouraging you to do it, right? It's encouraging you to do it and not steering you away. So that's a really big tip, because it's your self-talk. If you're not talking positive to yourself, you are going to not want to do the things, and you need to get your subconscious mind on side. That's the part of your brain that you can't see, your mind that you don't have access to all the time, but it's taking everything in, and you need to, you know, you need to get that on side. And that's by showing it that you are happy to do that thing. Even if you're not, like say you're working out and it doesn't feel good, you're gonna have to just get into a mindset of envisioning what it's going to give you. I'm going to get a really fit body, I'm going to get a really healthy body, I'm going to get the body that I've always wanted. And that's what's going to give you that motivation to get back up and do it again. So otherwise, if you don't do that, you're going to just give up and you're going to end up not believing in yourself. And then the fifth thing is you are just around the wrong people, which I talk about so much. You're around the wrong people, you're watching the wrong things, like you're watching failure stories, you're watching programming of people, you know, not having a happy life, doing what you're doing, or you're just around people that have no vision. And it doesn't mean that you need to be around people physically. You can be around people even digitally. You can watch people that are in alignment with what your vision is, with what you want to do in the world, with what you represent in the world. And that will count as someone you're listening to, someone you're around, you know, that will really count. But if you're around people that just are not really doing anything, like not in a bad way, that's not the right term. If they're just not in alignment with your dreams, with your visions, if they're not excited too about what you're going to achieve, it's just, you're gonna feel like, because you are kind of the average of all the 5 people that you see, that you hear the most, that you spend the most time with, you know. And if you don't pay attention to that, you're leaving a lot to chance. Because if people are really not understanding that, sorry guys, I just wish you could see this right now. I don't know if you can see it. If you're not understanding that you need to be around people with vision for you to believe in yourself, because if you're all chasing a dream, if you're all chasing a goal, then you're gonna have more of a chance of getting to that goal, because you're all chasing it, you all have that same vision, you all have that same drive, you're all putting in the same work, you know, you're encouraging each other, you're like looking at your friends, you're like, they're doing something, you're doing something, and you just have, you know, the conversations that you're having is about changing the world, like bringing value into the world, chasing your dreams, about the lifestyle you want. Like, what are your conversations? Because if your conversations are about gossiping about another person, or just talking about how something didn't work out or something like that, it's just not for you. It's not going to help you. It's not going to help you in the long run, because you want to do something, and it's not going to help you because you're listening to the wrong thing and you're filling your head with the wrong stuff, which is not going to take you to where you want to go, and you're going to end up not believing in yourself. So these are the 5 reasons why you have stopped believing in yourself, or you don't believe in yourself, or you want to just stop what you're doing, or is getting in the way of doing what you want to. And please look at these 5 reasons, identify them in your life, and just eliminate, sort it out, and reprogram, progress. Like, even with the 5th one that I said, start listening to people on YouTube, on podcasts, whatever, that really motivate you, that encourage you. Listen to tips, success stories, all of that kind of stuff. It's gonna fire you up differently, rather than the people around you that are not supporting you, right? Find your own excellence and be aware of that. Find the resources that you need to get to where you want to go. Projection. Don't allow other people to project on you. Don't. It's their reality. Don't adopt. When we adopt other people's realities, we're adopting another person's life, okay? And always celebrate and reward yourself for the tiniest steps that you take towards something. It's gonna give you confidence. It's gonna fuel that belief in yourself. Don't do it and then feel like, oh, have a deflated attitude, because there's no point doing it. If you're gonna do something and have a deflated attitude, don't do it. Work on your attitude first and then do it, because it's not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna be consistent if you do that, because your mind is gonna say, I don't like doing this thing. and then wear it. What is it? It's really, mindset is so important with everything. I love you. If you stay to the end of this, remember to subscribe, remember to like, remember to hit the notification bell if you want to be updated when I post a video, and connect with me on all my socials. Tell me your story, comment, whatever. I love to hear from you. And yeah, I will see you on the next video. So much love.